Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Jess here from Jess Watches Wrestling, bringing you this week's good and bad moments in the pro wrestling world. I won't lie, this week I did struggle to watch Raw, but I battled through. We witnessed a great match between Drew McIntyre and Tozawa. Probably the best of the evening. Of course, Drew defeating the opponent. You know, we're still waiting for this big McIntyre push, obviously without the rest of the friends. So we'll see what's going to happen with him, but overall really good match from those two. Also, another good point about Raw this week, we actually saw a different mix of superstars rather than the ones we see every 10 minutes. Completely random mix of matches, random mix of people, but it seemed to work quite well in the end. But of course, it's always going to be the downside of the week, you know, the bad part of Raw that we all dread to watch. But surprisingly, it's not doing too bad on ratings. Of course, that is the continuing storyline with Lashley and Lana. With this week, both getting arrested on the show. So, switching it up from Rusev getting arrested, mugshots all over social media. Lana's facial expressions were absolutely sensational. You can always rely on her to be extra dramatic. Not sure how long this is going to go on for. Who knows? Le Champion brought us an absolutely brilliant segment this week on AEW Dynamite. Chris Jericho never fails to bring us laughter and drama when he gets on the mic, and this week he introduced his new bottle of bubbly and of course his lexicon. And it's Chris Jericho, so he absolutely ripped members of the audience. You know, he came out not wanting to face anyone before the end of 2019. You know, apparently according to his list, especially not Moxley. He mentioned his name lots of times on the list. Of course, if you watched it, you will see the interruption from Jurassic Express. With now a match happening between Jericho and Jungle Boy. What could happen next with the champion? If you watched War Games, you have seen the heel turn of Dakota Kai. Some people didn't expect at all. Some people did, actually. Some people really did think, you know, really saw it coming. A lot of people on social media were saying that they really expected it. It's about time. Most people, you know, say it's a bad moment that she, you know, betrayed her friends. But personally, I think it's such a great thing they could have done for her turning heel. This week on NXT, we saw a transformed evil Kai who's out for herself and does not give a damn. This is the best thing they honestly could have done from her, giving her a new angle. Not sure what's going to happen. Maybe when we see the return of Tegan Nox against her, will there be a really good feud? I think there will be, because they're both absolutely brilliant wrestlers and they have got great characters and could really pull off something special. Now for Smackdown this week, we saw a wonderful segment coming in from Bray Wyatt and The Miz. Both incredible superstars. I love them both so much. The Miz is one of the best ever for me. Massive fan of him, massive fan of his in-ring abilities, and just him on the mic is just absolutely fantastic. We saw Bray Wyatt this week winding the Miz up about hurting his family, potentially going after his family and hurting them, which we know the Miz is a big family man, so he became a very protective father. And this brought such a good build up for them to then announce that we will be getting Bray versus The Miz at TLC. Could we finally see someone take down The Fiend? Unfortunately, we do have a bad point on SmackDown this week. I think everyone can actually agree on this one. Social media have not been impressed with this one either. I woke up Saturday morning with so many angry people on my Twitter complaining about this moment. Of course, I am talking about the attack on Roman Reigns. It was disgusting. Handcuffing him to the ring post and covering him in, not sure what it was. I'm gonna go with dog food because I think it was that, but it looked like vomit. Whoever thought of that idea should be fired, because it really was not a good one. Not a great moment at all for the show. That was the one thing that let me down this week. Finally, to end the video, I thought I would tell you what show I thought was best this week. Even though we did have a downside, Smackdown for me was the winner. Couple of reasons, obviously including the reason I've mentioned with The Miz and Bray. We saw Jess the ref make her debut this week, which is a huge thing for all women refs and women in the wrestling industry. So that was absolutely incredible to watch. I watched her farewell on NXT, so seeing her on Smackdown was just absolutely amazing. We also had some great matches as well. We had the big tag team match with the Revival picking up the victory. That is it for this week's goods and bads in the pro wrestling world. Make sure you check out my content on Jess Watches Wrestling on YouTube, and of course check out my Twitter, which is Watches Jess, and obviously make sure you are subscribed to Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and I shall see you next week with a lot more.